Good morning, people. I'm Dr. Treva Sexton, and I am a mental health and sex therapist in Atlanta, Georgia. I work with a lot of couples, and it can be a hetero couple or it can be a LGBT couple. Any dynamic. It can be a throuple. It can be whatever it is. But my experience over the last decade of working with couples, I have an understanding, a definite understanding, that men and women do not think and process information the same. And that truly is okay, because once you have the understanding, I think it cuts down a lot of the arguments and things of that nature. What I'm having trouble with this week is it's just this, and you can disagree, and that is perfectly fine. I really don't care, because I know what I've dealt with and what I've experienced in this course of a decade. I don't understand this selfish nature about men. And when I say that, I don't mean you never do anything for anybody or anything. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, I watch men, and I'm not saying that the women are right all the time. So let me say that there are instances, and which is again why I advocate for men so strongly in my practice, because I do understand that we are emotional and we have this perception that men should see things in the way that we see them. And that's just not true. And so I try to advocate for the men in my practice and helping people see the differences. The issue comes in when I'm advocating for you and you turn around and do the same shit that you've been doing. And I mean, sitting in therapy consistently, expressing that you understand the issue. You understand what you're doing wrong. You understand why why y'all have conflict. I talk to the wives, and the wives, okay, maybe I can pull back on the emotions and I can try to understand. But then you turn around and do the same exact thing, knowing what is on the line. And isn't this, you don't have a disbelief that the person will leave? You have a disbelief that you will be in a worse position if you have been in a marriage for over a decade and you built all this stuff with this person, and you sitting there saying, yes, I understand. Yes, I understand. And then less than a week later, you go out and do the same exact thing, or you never stopped in the beginning. So why sit there and lie about it? If you are unhappy in your relationship, then end it. End it. Why torture your entire family, including yourself, because you gotta hear about what you did? And so now part of the issue is that the men don't want to hear about, you don't want to hear about it. You just want to do it and disrupt not only another person's life, but your own life behind your lack of self-control. I don't understand why. And this is not just one situation. This has been multiple situations, which is why I'm talking about it. Why is it that you cannot choose somebody else over yourself? Because the things that I see these people choosing are simply selfish novelties in comparison to what they have established already. Like 3 times this week, these women have caught they men still entertaining women. Even after they sit in therapy and agree and talk about it. And so do you just not want your relationship and you just too scared to say it? You too much of a punk to admit that you ready to leave this relationship? I don't understand. I don't understand. You want somebody you want to man up about everything else except taking control of these types of situations. You want somebody to respect you. You want somebody to honor you. You want to lead the family and you want to do all this stuff, and you too much of a punk to own up to your own shit. So you make everybody around you suffer. And when I say punk, it's not I don't know, that's an old term. But you too scared, you too much of a chicken. You not man enough to own your own feelings. So you'd rather use other people and then position the wife, the girlfriend, the baby mama. You'd rather put them in a position to make a decision that you should have made in the beginning. I don't know. And I feel so devastated for these women because they believe in their husbands and boyfriends and baby daddies, and they want these men to take these roles, but they also want them to take these roles with a level of respect for themselves and the family and the structure and the things that you call yourself building. How can you not choose the person that you chose to be with? How can you not choose the person you chose to be with? I'm just, it's a vent for sure. And then somebody that I know that's married and been married always tell me that I'm in the better position because I don't have the bandwidth for that anymore. I don't. And I feel truly, because I was rooting. I root for all my couples because I know that in the end, people really do want their families and they want the love and all of the things, right? But it's sad to watch people's families fall apart all because somebody was selfish and could not make an honorable decision and have a honest conversation with a person that you chose to be with. So, I don't know. I hope y'all get it together because I'm telling you, it's really sad to watch. And that's part of the reason why I got to get out of this because I just don't want to. It's a pattern. Again, I'm not saying every man is doing this thing, but it's definitely more than not. And I work with all different kinds of people, all different kinds of couples. If it ain't you, then that's fine. It ain't you, but it's a lot of folks. And so I don't need you to be defensive, but I do need the people who are going through this to really, really understand you are completely devastating your entire family by being selfish. So, hope it was worth it.